What I'm trying to do here is thread the needle. This is how we could look at the problems in our lives. The needle is life itself, means nothing by itself until the thread is inserted. But in threading the needle, the thread has to be precise. It has to be direct. It has to be on point. It has to be in that little hole. Now, we are the thread. The needle is the life that we go through. Now, it's important as to when we go through the tunnel of life, which is that hole in the needle, that the knowledge that we pick up, the lessons that we learn, the help that we get and that we give to other people is important. It makes us who we are. We at this program are very, very committed to empowerment through education. We empower you today with a couple of thoughts and ideas. Remember, threading the needle. The knowledge is the thread that we put through the needle. Plenty of knowledge to be given. But let us remember, and it's been said around the world time and time again, that knowledge is power. I agree with that to an extent. Knowledge is power. But what do you do once you got the power? What do you do once you acquaint the knowledge? I believe, and it's truly been proven, that knowing all you know means nothing without something to do with it. What do you do with your knowledge? What do you do with the power once you have acquainted? Well, you educate yourself. And in this education, and in this day, and in this time, and for the purpose of this program, you must understand, which we have mentioned before, you must re-educate yourself. Why re-educate? Because everything that has been taught in our school systems, in our society, in our media, in our music, is a falsehood of who we are as black people, what we are as black people, where we come from as black people. If the media and our government would have you believe, and they would have you believe, and some of us are believing, that all we ever was, all we ever will be, all we have, and the only mentality in our minds that we have is to be substandard, out of the mainstream, slave-minded. I'm here to tell you today that it's been proven, and if you search deep, dig deep enough, you can find out that the black heritage is the most richest heritage ever on the face of the earth. And we are selected by the Creator to lead and to solve problems. But we have to tap into that knowledge. We have to tap into that power. We have to first, things like grabbing back the minds of our children is very, very important. The future of any people depends upon its children, of any people, not just the black people, but we're going to focus on the black people because guess what? That's who we are. It is what we are. Our empowerment through this program is to empower you, hoping we will reach you, that you will stand and say, I thought something was one way. I was told something was one way. The books may tell me that something is one way. But as I investigate, as I ask questions, as I look for myself, other than just listening to what I've been given and what I've been told and what I've been sold, I come to find out that it is something different. There are several topics that we can hit on today that prove this point. Certain things that they have taught us as children have been proven not to be true. There's a lot of, let's give facets of the government one shout out. Everything that the government touches winds up being about money. Everything. Every aspect of the government, every branch of the government. We are busy and worried about Osama bin Laden and other people over east or in other countries coming to kill us when our main terrorists are our elected officials. And that's who we should look out for. Everything that they touch, everything that they do, everything that they send out, they have a vested interest in young teenage pregnancy because it keeps the medical profession working. They have a vested interest in young gang violence because it keeps the prisons full. Their acknowledgement and their answers for these things are to build more prisons. And that's what they're doing. They're closing the schools and they're building more prisons. What does that mean? I said last week that no one, I challenge anyone out there, everyone and anyone who has ever built a hotel, you are always expecting and anticipating guests. And that's what our government is doing. They want to, and they have a long-range plan for locking up and keeping incarcerated our young people because they don't want them to get the knowledge of who they are. If we could only but touch one young person or even an old person on this program and give them the knowledge of their own heritage, who they are, where they come from, not what they've been taught, not what they've been sold, not what they've been fed, but dig deeper to find out that you are all beautiful. You are the essence of this life, made by the Creator, anointed by the Creator of all things. And your oppressor, the people and the things that are trying to keep you down, will never be able to prosper if you come into knowledge of yourself. You are beautiful, you are black, you are powerful. To all the young ladies who've gotten pregnant or have that opportunity right now, take a second look at yourself. Take a second look at your life. To the young men who already have babies when they didn't plan it, stand firm, stand tall. You have the power, you are a leader. Don't let anyone lead you. You be the leader. Through the grace of God, you can make it. Remember, threading the needle is all about obtaining knowledge. Once you obtain the knowledge, you get a thread or a spool full of needle, full of thread. Once you do that, then it has to go through the needle of life. With that needle of life, you have the knowledge that you have learned. You have a responsibility to share it, which is what we do on this program. You have a responsibility to earn it, which is what we say everybody should has to do. We so appreciate anyone that comes to listen to this program. Our mission statement truly is to uplift the black community through empowerment. The Bible says that my people doesn't perish from the government or from the white man or from the slaves or from drugs. The Bible explains that my people perish from lack of knowledge. Thread the needle. Get yourself some knowledge, some real, proven knowledge. Let us teach our young people to dream with their eyes open. I find so often in today's times that because of the miseducation that we've been fed and that we accept, I'm telling you, and we're telling you on this program, don't accept it. Go through the trainings and the lessons of life. Learn how to dream. Continue to dream. Dreaming is the essence of life. Have goals for yourself, especially the young people. We need to grasp the community of our young people. They're going every way, so much so that the white people, the Caucasian people, are influencing our young people more than we are. That is an abomination. It is a shame. And I'm calling out all parents, young, old, newly, parents that have been parents forever. Let us all come together, talk to each other, talk to our children, and then listen. Talking means nothing without listening. Knowing all you know don't mean anything without something to do with it. Thread the needle of knowledge and the needle of life. I'm Brother Melvin.